Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering another hero loadout, and we're going to take a look at Redline Ramirez. She recently came out, so I know a lot of people may have some questions about her. Is she good as a commander? So let's jump into that and kind of discuss some of those things. As always, if you guys want to continue to support, please be sure to thumbs up and subscribe as well. Have those notifications on. I'm trying to post videos more often, so if you have anything you would like to see, be sure to comment that down below as well, and I'll do my best to make a video on that sort of content or directly to engage with whatever it is you have a question about. If I can provide some sort of helpful tool, that's what I'm really trying to do. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and let's jump into the hero loadout. Alright, so with Redline Ramirez, obviously we have her in the commander spot. She is going to increase sniper damage by 17% and has an increased fire rate of 45%, which is really nice because if you are using a bow, which I highly recommend, it's going to really increase the amount of shots that you're going to be able to take. I'm not really a fan of using any other snipers. There are some that are out there. The Obliterator is really nice. It shoots through material and things like that, so I really like that one as well, but I don't use those too often. I really like to use bows, and I'm happy they're classified as snipers because this will definitely be an advantage to us when using Redline Ramirez. So in the video I'm going to show you the gameplay. I will be using a bow, and I tried to keep things relatively uniform so that way you guys have the same type of comparison. You're able to see from one thing to another, so I generally try to do things the same way. But no more about that. Let's go on to the next thing, and that's the team perk. Now there are multiple options you can do for team perk. I like Happy Holidays because of the Warcry. Warcry is going to increase your damage, and it's going to increase your fire rate, and that's going to be really, really good when it comes to the ability to shoot this bow. You already have an increased fire rate of 45%, and then looking at let's see, let's pull it up here. Warcry is going to increase damage by 45%, not just for you but for your allies as well, plus a 30% fire rate, and the melee attack we don't really need, but it will give you a 20% melee attack speed for 12 seconds, all of that stuff lasting for 12 seconds. So you take that 30% reload speed on top of a 45% fire rate, and you're getting a lot more shots faster, so it's really, really good. I want to use that as much as possible, so I run Happy Holidays. You can opt to try to do some more damage and go with like Totally Rocking Out if you would like, maybe even Blast from the Past if you wanted to increase your health a bit, use Rex Jonesy or something for the ranged weapon damage, but that's not the way I would suggest going. That's just my play style, but I'm throwing those out there as possible options for you guys to consider. So moving on with this, I'm going to run Happy Holidays because I want to use that Warcry as much as possible. I do have Breakbeat Wildcat in here though, so that way I can use the Rock and Riff, because chances are I'm going to be able to destroy the 10 enemies within 9 seconds, so that's going to really help me to do some extra damage and just continue to beef up my output. Then I'm going to run the leadership ability because I wanted, once again, I'm focused on that Warcry, so I want to reduce that Warcry. It's going to reduce it by 17%. So notice Happy Holidays reduces ability cooldowns by 40%. The second sentence here is what is key. It stacks independently from other cooldown reduction perks. So you've got 40% plus the 17%. It doesn't combine them together, but it does take 40% minus the 17% that has already been reduced. Either way, it's still helpful. It is still going to decrease your time by almost half, if not half. I didn't do the math, so for those of you that want to invest the time in doing that, you can, but it is going to decrease it quite a bit. Then I'm running Stoneheart Farah, obviously, to splinter those arrows, dealing 20% of damage to 3 nearby targets. I'm going to run Rabbit Raider Jonesy for the sniper critical damage increase of 75%. And this one is very key, Crossbones Barrett, for multiple reasons. One, the extra damage of 16% is really good. Another option you could use here is Gold Trooper Ramirez, but she only increases weapon damage by 15% for 5 seconds, whereas Crossbones Barrett increases for 16% while affected by coconuts. So you get an extra percent damage with Crossbones Barrett, and he is definitely one of my favorites to have in any build for that reason. 2, the coconuts heal you instantly as well as a little bit over time. And that's going to be huge with this build because Redline Ramirez, unlike Farah, is not a ninja. So she's not able to get away as easily. Yes, we have mantling options. Yes, we have sprinting. But as you'll see in my gameplay, you're going to take a lot of hits if you are by yourself in any high-level mission, and it's going to really affect your gameplay. So I love having going coconuts to increase that damage as well as keep me healed up so I'm in the fight and doing all the damage I can. Then with my gadgets, I like Adrenaline Rush, especially if I'm running solo, and in this case, that's what I was doing. And Stationary Hover Turret to help out. I don't use the Hover Turret in the gameplay, but it is there as a help, just in case you ever need a little extra firepower. You could also go with like a slowing field, but the distance is the thing, so that may or may not work best for you depending on how you play. But yeah, this is the loadout. Let's jump into the gameplay and I'll show you what this thing can do. Alright guys, so there's a medium encampment over here, and I'm going to go ahead and try to take care of this and use this loadout here to show you some of how it works. Just got to get through these guys. There we go. Alright, they didn't want to leave us alone. So, I've already gone through, sorted through for some coconuts. Use the coconut there. That's going to help a lot when it comes to your health because you're going to get attacked a lot with this build if you were to try to run this because you don't have the mobility of a ninja, so you get targeted a lot. So you see I'm burning through quite a few coconuts just, trying to handle some of the shots that I'm given. But it's not a bad loadout, not something I'm going to run per se, like on a regular, but if this is what you have and this is what you have to deal with, then Ramirez is not a bad choice. She can get the job done for you, but Farah is still the better option when it comes to bows, or I'll say snipers in general, since bows are technically the best snipers in the game. I would say go with something like that if you can, but we'll take care of this guy. And yeah, so does some damage, does some good output, and think it works just fine. Alright everybody, so that's it. That's Redline Ramirez. That's what she can do. That's the loadout I'm using, and I enjoy it. It's definitely not a go-to for me based on the other heroes I have, but if that's all that you have right now and you're new to the game and you just want some options to lay out there, she is viable. She's a viable option, especially in lower level missions. With the gameplay, it's in a 160. It is much more difficult when you're solo in a 160. There are very few loadouts that are really going to get you through a full mission solo 160. A lot of that requires traps and buildings and other things like that, but just damage output, Redline Ramirez is definitely a contender for one of the top heroes when it comes to output. And could you run a 108 mission solo? Sure, yeah, she's going to do plenty of damage as long as you have the power level and everything like that to go along with it. So there's plenty that is out there that factors into the ability of a hero to be good or not. And so I just want to throw that out there because I don't want to tell you, oh, she's going to work for you, and you just throw her in there and it doesn't work out for you. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it. So, but given my power level 134, decent survivor squads, Xenon bow, using it, yeah, I mean, I'm able to do quite a bit of damage, and I think if you get everything set right, you will too. If anyone has any questions, as always, I've got a link down to the Discord, our Discord server, down in the description below. You can always ask questions there if you'd like some extra information. As always, check me out on Twitch as well. Watch some of this stuff live. I'll run some different loadouts and different things, try them live on stream, and you can ask some questions and we can try some different things. So feel free to swing on by anytime. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to get out of here for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.